Hey, what's up, New Zealand and the world? My name is Lucas Lawns and I'm just a random Kiwi voice sitting here with the man Hunter King Cass Wilson once again. Awesome to catch up with you, my brother. Good to see you again.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Now you do like this, bro. Double hit. Bang, bang, knuckle, and then.
It's
got the energy.
I'll take that.
You share that one around now.
Excellent. Heaps been going on since we fucking last caught up.
100%.
Heaps been going on. You've been entertaining us all on the socials.
Yo.
All sorts of shit going on around New Zealand, so we're going to have a bit of a yarn about that.
Yeah.
Also want to actually ask you a couple of personal questions as well, learn a little bit about you, a little bit more, if you're open to that.
Oh, love it, brother. Love it, brother.
Awesome. So yeah, welcome to my house. We've got a dog wandering around, the sun's shining in. It's
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Before we get into it, just a reminder about the lads at Inhalace. This beautiful piece of jewellery I've got around my neck. Really appreciate the support team. Remember, hit up inhalace.nz. They've got them in rose gold, silver, black. Help you get your mind off things and focus on the straw breathing technique when you're trying to get off the vapes or the cigs or whatever it is that you really, whatever bad shitty habit it is that you want to replace it with breathing. Deep straw breathing, beautiful thing. And remember to use the code KiwiVoice at checkout. Get an additional discount and support that channel. Alrighty, all of those formalities out of the road. Before we get on to your stuff about your travel and such, brother, what's been going on very recently, I want to know a little bit about yourself, whatever you want to tell us. You can start wherever you like. Hunter Wilson, who is the man, who is King Cass, your rap persona, and what got you into music?
Hunter Wilson, obviously born and bred here in Christchurch, bruv. So that was 1986 I was born.
Yep. 80s.
80s
Nice.
Baby right here. You know what's up, 80s baby. Shout out to the 80s babies out there.
Sweet.
I think for me it was kind of like grew into a family that was quite Christian at the start. So my family, my mum and dad were Christian. So I think from what I remember as a young boy, a lot of church. Parents were married in the church.
Yep. So you had quite a bit of religion in that room. Well,
Sunday school, faith-based stuff.
Yep.
Bro, you name it, we hit it.
Positive influence in your life?
Yeah, positive influences.
Yep.
Hung around all the different, the kids that were in that space. So I guess, we were kind of like, weren't hanging around the bad ones that I ended up finding myself later on with. But, bro, so little Hunter was cruising through life. I was diagnosed with ADHD at age 6, so I think we've covered that.
Yeah, we had before. Yeah, we had a bit
so
of
being diagnosed with ADHD at age 6, I think that comes with a label, and I think that's kind of where things started for me, and started to live to that label. Parents didn't know too much about it. Exposed me, that magazine, Taming Hunter. So at age 8, I was exposed onto that woman's weekly magazine, Taming Hunter, all part of the package. Expelled at age 8, bro.
Oh, so you were in that magazine, you were saying?
Yes.
Right,
yeah. So my parents had obviously had someone that hit them up about, hey, do you want to tell your story through the magazine here about your son with ADHD? And
okay.
It was more exposing me, and I think today it's kind of helped me flip, because now I'm renaming that name and I'm putting myself in magazines and trying to like reflip all that and just redo the 360, bruv, so let's just say you got to have the attitude, push forward. So expelled at age 8, bro. And it wasn't just like a goodbye, it was like I had to go to board of trustees meetings, and it was the whole board of trustees that didn't actually want me there, bro.
Right.
So they didn't want me in the school, and I had a principal called Mr. Major. Shout out to Mr. Major. He's still a principal now to this day, a different school.
Yep.
And he ended up being like, nah, I want Hunter to sort of, carry on. We can do this. We'll just, But I just got I got sick of it, bro, because I was getting ostracised a lot too, picked on. Kids knew that I was taking medication, so that was a tool for them to bully.
Shit.
It wasn't the teacher's fault, but they shouldn't have told the kids. They told me they weren't going to tell the kids, and one day I had a day off school, and next minute I got back to school, and they all knew.
I suppose it's pretty early days for tolerance and all that shit.
Go take your pills, Hunter, or you need your happy pills. It was just rinse me out, and then also wind me up to flip out, so the kids knew I was ADHD. So they would use that to wind me up and flip out, and now that kind of carried on through my adult life, because what you do as a kid, it's learnt behaviour, it's taught behaviour. You learn it, you're going to bring it into your adulthood life. So it took so long for me to wither these patterns down, and I'm still working on them today. All these new patterns.
It's a never-ending journey of work.
Always still doing inward journey counselling just to be able to work on these things. So I'm out here living it, bro, not just talking shit about it. And so the whole journey, expelled at age 8, then went to all these different weird schools, bro, that weren't schools, and then I went to alternative educations. you know, I'm getting into my mid teenagers.
Yep.
And then I was expelled from intermediate. Went to another intermediate.
So you say alternative educations at different places like Discovery, sort of thing?
Back then it was just YMCA based.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
2 programs, Te Kaupapa Kōwhiritanga and Te Kaupapa Kirikairangi. They were 2 Māori programs, TK2, TK3.
Nice.
I remember them to this day. They were a big part of my journey.
Yep.
But I really wish then they saw something in the music, but I think back then they had their own lives. They were just teachers going home, you know. I think back then I wish that there was, obviously it wasn't meant to be. I wish, you know, I only started making music when I was 30, but anyway, we'll get to that. So the journey of getting through all these different courses, you know, I got kicked out of a few different courses as well and just made those moves, bro. And then I guess that just kept happening through jobs. Yeah.
Trying to find your place. Yeah.
Same with relationships, bro, because all that shit, I learned it. All I knew was to flip.
Destructive patterns.
Pattern and sabotage. Self-sabotage, key, right?
I've been through some of that myself.
And now I do that self-sabotage, but I do it inside and I internally, and then I tell it to fuck off. Use my language, but I can now direct those thoughts because...
Well, you become the observer. You can see it. Yeah.
Exactly, because an intrusive thought's still a thought. It's just, will you act on that thought?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There's a consequence for that action. Well, I won't do that action. Or that action has a risk. Will I get... Oh, that's where you take chances. So, anyway, moving through the world, struggling with relationships, really badly with relationships. And
you're sort of stretching that out almost like a CBT. Sorry, just going back to what you were saying, the way that you're looking at your thoughts and hearing that internal dialogue. Yeah, that's basically a form of, you know, cognitive behavioural therapy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a widely used and proven, you know, way to deal with those kind of things, with mental health issues and all that sort. So yeah.
And being ADHD, heightened energy, very heightened. I used to annoy my relationships and stuff, annoy the bosses in the end. And then I kind of just started to like give it a go where I'd change and be like, okay, I'm an adult now, I'm going to go get this job and I'm going to stay real quiet and they'll think I'm just the quiet kid, you know. And about 3 months later, somehow I just fell back into being out of my shell. I don't know what it would be. And I'd be that big, loud, boisterous and turn up to work. Hey, what up, boys? It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, can't fuck up, you know. But
you're loving it.
The energy where I went just was on, you know. And so I kept trying to just fit in, bro, everywhere I went, I guess. And so I failed relationships. And I think it still resents back to some of my stuff with my mother as well, as I had put earlier in the last podcast about finding her for those 2 suicide attempts. And I found her trying to kill herself and saved her life. So trauma, abandonment, insecurities, little boy, then being
pulling it on.
So there's the pattern A, and forever destruction, right? So nearly ended up in jail, whānau. You know, there was times where I could have gone to jail, but I didn't because of people taking me in for my bracelet and things like that. So I've had chances, you know, where I've been able to not kind of be here, and then I guess we'll fast forward it right to when I got heavily addicted to methamphetamine. But between that kind of leaving school, girlfriends, jobs, and then hitting the heavy meth addiction, there was a whole lot of party life, bro.
Yeah, right.
I had a name, Ike's out the gate, GG. So we fast forward from where I left school, had all the relationships, had all the different jobs, bro, scaffolding, furniture removal. They used to call us the scaffold slut because I worked for so much different companies.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? A bit of a slut. Furniture slut. I've been a furniture slut. I've been a scaffold
Nothing
slut.
wrong with freaking labour and all that.
I've been smashing it, bro. And like, you know, I really love those jobs. But anyway, lots of different jobs, lots of different girlfriends until I hit between all there with the meth addiction. It was just party life, bro. So I had a nickname, Ike's out the gate, GG. And GG represents good guy, or girly girl, or gangster. So if I'm talking to one of the bros from back in the day, he's GG, he's gangster, you know. Or my homie, I'm just like good guy. So for you, I might if I message you and hit GG, now you'll know. If I'm messaging the GG, good girl, you know. So it's just little wee things like that, little slangs. So I carried that on. I remember this massive concert, bro, and I was up on the speakers with this T-shirt, and it had out the gate written on it. Out the gate. On acid, you know, name it. I don't condemn all that stuff now, but you know, that was party life, bro. So, you know, and then I found myself in all the wrong circles. I started learning how to make the drugs and stuff. So that became a source of income, and I had the fast life, had the cars, bro, had the money, had it all.
Right.
And then hit the rock bottom when I hit the meth. So meth's a nasty drug, whānau. So that took my soul, that took my family, that took my kids, everything.
You're still anti-psychedelics? You don't see the healing
I don't touch it anymore. I think because I'm just on my journey, bro. Just doing me. Have a few drinks here and there. That's about it.
Cool.
And that's because of, again, with the meth journey of that psychosis, again, coming out of that was fuck, bro. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm lucky to be alive. And spaces that you end up in, like mental institutions like I did, you don't actually end up getting out sometimes.
So the meth thing, I've heard little bits and pieces from different people over time, you know, in my adult life about some of the experiences that they've had, or at least that they've tried to describe to me. So, you know, a few comments, things like it takes you to a really, really deep, dark hole that you can't get out of, you know, and you just continue to keep going down that place. Those kinds of things. So
it just eats your soul, bro. And
that was another one. I've heard a similar comment like that as well.
Very buzzy you just mentioned it, because I had my birthday, little wee late birthday dinner last night with the family, and Mum was, because I've been working out at the gym lately. Yeah. And Mum brought me some singlets. Whoop, whoop. See, changing up. Healthy mind, healthy wealthy.
Yes,
you know, stay healthy, stay wealthy. Healthy mindset, healthy. You know.
Yeah.
And so Mum, you know, she brought me some singlets, and I was like, I didn't think I was trying. She's like, whoa, look at you, you've gotten big. I'm like, oh, you know, it's good that some people are noticing it. And then she showed me some photos, bro.
Yeah. Oh, right, when you were...
And it's like I've got like 2 arms, bro, compared to what I did back then. So, like, you can really see it now, and... I think looking back at those, it's okay to look back at those moments.
Of course
and
it
just
is.
be happy.
We should, yeah.
But bro, it ate me alive, bro. Literally, whole body, bro. It ate my whole soul, and it would, you know, I didn't rob my parents, but I would hustle. Find ways to get money off them and things like that. Say I owed people money when I didn't, to get an extra bit of money so I could get a bag, you know. But I never robbed my parents, so I fucking pray. I actually pat myself on the back, because a lot of people do that, rob family and shit, and rob to get it. But I just hustled my way through the drug game, bro. Just flip this. I was that guy. You all knew. If you were watching this and you knew when I was in the game, homies, man, I could move product hard. But, you know, now I move my music, bro, and it's taken me 7 years. From the age 30, I'm 38 now, so nearly 8 years now, bro, to learn how to create this brand. And create that brand and create it like it's a fucking drug. And get so addicted to it that I can just keep pumping it, bro, and pumping it, pushing it, and hopefully it becomes a drug for other people. But it's the right drug. It's got a message behind it. The person behind it isn't out there doing bad and doing the things that he's not said he's doing. He's behind the scenes doing what he said he's doing. If not, he's trying to better it. He's trying to put out something and then be like, right, I've put this out to my audience. What am I doing in my backyard about that? Well, there's a few things I could tweak here and here. Because it's always putting yourself in check, and that's when you grow, bro. And like, I think...
Absolutely, you've always got to take that step back.
You know, and then so, I've been in the music industry for 7 to 8 years, whānau. You know, I've faced a lot of cancel culture. I mean, we can sit here and talk about cancel culture and hate, but we all get it, bro.
Yeah, it's all day long, you can imagine the shit that I saw.
So I created my own lane, bro. Created the Cass lane. And I go strong on mottos like, you know, go where you're appreciated, not where you're tolerated. Like, fuck putting yourself in spaces where people don't really appreciate you.
100%.
So, for the last 7 years, I've been navigating spaces. It's funny, cool, this is cool, because I know people will be watching this like, you know, it's cool, have a cough, bro, have a spit, you know. This is just direct podcast, and I'll talk real. You know, I've faced a lot of cancel culture. People have tried to shut me out, especially in my own city, bro. You know, like, especially here in Christchurch, you know. And I laugh at it, bro, because I created my own lane, bro. I did my own first New Zealand tour in 2021. This is not me boasting, please, whānau. Please think of me as more of a confident,
your platform, go for
inspirational person.
Take it.
I want to use to be like, inspire, because I'm inspiring you, right? So inspire to inspire. So get inspired with this. But, you know, I've been pushed through the dirt. I've been hated. I've been ridiculed. No one wanted to work with me. So I created my own lane, bro. So I put my own local shows on here. Started to find a foundation. And, bro, I've seen this thing the other day, and it was talking about, like, the medium of making music. And you need these platforms. You need bars to be able to perform and warm up. Because how do you get better? If I don't have a bar to go and put a show on and keep performing, how am I going to get better?
But it also spreads the word. Like, the people, the however many people, it doesn't matter if it's 10 or 100 or
and now
whatever,
I'm over like 20-something plus shows already this year, and my live performance is just turning to gold for me, bro.
People tell people that they've seen King Cass.
It's got to grow. It has to, and it's time. And I feel like I'm only just getting started now. I feel like, whānau, it's hit that 7th year mark. I'm not. There's no. I'd say if I looked at it properly, whānau, it would be about a decade. Because I was Lord Cassator and I was E-Floss, I was rapping when I was 15. There's been a whole decade and a whole 22 decades of it. But really, the focus since 2017. What are we in now? 2024. So what's that? 7 years. So we're pushing on to the 8th year mark, where I've really dedicated and established my brand. I have 3 my pillars. It's youth work, it's mental health, and it's music. And they all mesh together because I can teach through music. I can help and heal through music.
It's a great teacher.
I can also use the youth work with my music. So it all just works in together. The music can be a tool to put events on to be able to bring the youth in. Like, bro, I've got the 3 po.
Music brings people together.
So I've created a beautiful brand and it's building like a motherfucker. And I swear when I'm passionate, and I believe that my brand will go global in time in its own way and how it works. But I'm looking at doing some presentations over in Australia.
Yeah, your passion definitely comes through in the way that, you know, what you're doing on your socials, what you're doing, you know, and when you and I chat, you know, all our interactions.
And I've got the backstory,
your
bro.
music, you know, and people can see that. And
people attack it though, bro. People attack it. That's my ADHD kicking in with you. People butting in with each other. Yeah, give me the floor. Give me the floor. So, you know, being bullied and that's built me a thick skin, pup? You know, I'm building that thick skin and people test it. They know. They're waiting for me to flip so they can be like, it's still the same hunter, and just don't cross me because I'm still only human. And you might poke the wrong bear and you might bite, you know, and it's bad because that's sad that people want to push people to do that when you can't just sit back and be like, fuck. And you know what's sad? It's normally people that are doing quite well too. So people are really shining, and then they're still like, that person.
Because they're trying to protect their own position.
Bro. And I'm a little bit the same, but I put myself in check. And I'll be like, and then I'll be like,
just ego, everyone.
And then I'll write something nice, you know, and I'll change the way the patterns are. So I'm trying to break those sabotage cycles. And 100%. So anyway, I'm a musician. I'm also a motivational speaker.
What got you into music? Well,
because I was rapping and doing my thing when I was in psychosis, I went into the mental institution and was speaking about them. Remember I mentioned at the last podcast about how music spoke to me? So I was talking galactical forces and some crazy shit. And then I mentioned the word hope and love, and I heard that back and kind of helped me and healed me. And I guess just music's been a big part of my family. So my dad was in the Androids. Had a number 19 in the New Zealand charts called Auckland Tonight. Check that out, Whānau. Auckland Tonight, Mark Wilson. Here's the link if the bro puts it.
Sure.
Auckland Tonight.
We'll check it in the description.
It's definitely a banger from back in the old days. But, you know, my dad's, I'm hip hop, you know. But I believe, and I reckon I'm like a chosen one to grab hip hop and mold it to how it should be, because hip hop for me is about help inspire people, help our people, which is really each one teach one. KRS-One was on the same code. You got to teach people through it. It's an edutainment. You're educating while entertaining. So if you can educate kids while entertaining, then you're banging, you know.
Well, it can be very much.
And so I'm having fun with the music. I'm doing some cheeky stuff. I'm wearing ski masks because I'm trying to tap into what the kids want to see. The kids are looking for this. They're looking for artists with tattoos and ski masks and looking gangster. But as long as I'm not telling them to go shank somebody up and go and doing that. You know, as long as I'm not saying stuff like that, then I feel like I'm not selling my soul and I'm working the right way. I'm pushing the right message. But I'm having fun with my bars, bro. I'm putting some cheeky little ones in there. But just the delivery's changed. And I think it was once I learned to not box myself in. I didn't box myself in. And what I worked out, bro, is that only I have to validate I. That's powerful. I only have to validate me now. And it's still hard. It still get triggered. People come in and go, he's a fucking Temu rapper or trash. That was a good one. The latest one, a Temu rapper. I just thought, purchase me, it's cheap. I just had to try and flip it in my head. But really, I wanted to find him and, you know, message him and go, what's this all about? But really...
It's easy to get
It's going to get bigger. It's going to get worse.
Absolutely. Of course it will. 100%.
If I want to grow,
you've got to have the attitude. You've got to be, and that's I've said that.
So if you want if you want to jump into an industry around youth, around mental health, music, or anything that makes money, or anything that has something to do with funding or money, be careful because it's cutthroat as, and you've just got to have that thick skin. People are going to talk shit about you. There's going to be bandwagons that don't even know who you are, and they're going to jump on that talk shit bandwagon. Sorry, they're going to jump on that talk shit bandwagon. And then you're going to have people that believe in you. And you just got to focus on that shit. Focus on all the positives because if you focus on all the positives, what you're actually doing is outweighing all the negatives, bro. Because to be honest, you're not going to have more negative than positive. It just tries to trick your mind and think it's
Speaking
negative.
of focusing on the positive, who's been your when it comes to your music? Do you have specific inspirations? Like you said, you grew up with hip hop, etc. Around, as did I, right through my teenage years and 20s and that.
I always get this question, and it's a buzzy question.
I love it because I love talking music.
Yeah, when I first started, bro, it was just listening, rapping, fucking Eminem, obviously, Tupac, Coolio, all that stuff back then.
Yeah, wicked.
Like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
But
I'm not a hard out. Like I haven't focused and studied hip hop, you know. But for me, it's like now I'm like, well, I don't need to listen to something that I don't align with. So I listen to Australian rap a lot.
Oh yeah, wicked.
So Chillin' It, big shout out to Chillin' It.
Nice.
Go check him out. He's fire. Chillin' It. He's the man in Australia. And yeah, I don't really listen to too much music. I try to listen to a lot of beats and try to create a lot.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to get influenced. And also,
Cypress Hill for me is the hip hop that's
and I'm in competition with other artists, so I try not to listen to too much other New Zealand music. Not being a dick, but I don't, or any local music, because you're in competition with them. We're all chasing the same ears.
So I'm kind of I'm basically a music from, I don't know. There's probably a good half the day that I've got music pumping into my ears in some shape or form.
That's good.
Which I music's life to me, and I love catching your vids and hearing you spit and shit. It's fantastic. And I love my hip hop, love my reggae, love my metal, love all throughout the years. It's a question I was asking you from a personal perspective, I suppose, in terms of who are you fans of? Because like I say, I love my Cypress Hill. I'm a massive fan of this particular underground rapper from America called Atmosphere. I love all my gangster stuff. Frickin' Dr. Dre.
That's
Cube.
all. Yeah,
I saw Cube in Cyprus when they came to Christchurch on my birthday, and they were absolutely epic. I was high as fuck, but and so was half the crowd, as you can imagine. And it was just absolutely beautiful. So
I guess for me, it's that is, like I said, all the ones before, Bone Thugs, Eminem, the Dr. Dre's, the Coolio's, all of them.
Chrono 2001's probably one of my favorite albums of all
that's
time,
when I was back then, but now it's people like Mercules. Chillin' It. Chillin' It, number one. Mercules, and then like Joyner Lucas.
I saw what did I see on Facebook? There was an Aussie guy that I appreciated. Verbalize.
He's just out there spitting real shit, trying to do his thing. Good on him, bro. And so everyone's out there in their own lane doing their own thing.
Yeah, that's cool as.
But I like to listen to someone that I like personally and follow, because when I listen to their music, I can see the stories. So that's one thing. If you're following an artist, man, follow their story.
Absolutely, I'm 100%. So anyone that I get into, I go nuts, fucking deep. Any musical artist, band, whatever, find out all about them, because it just enhances it for me. So it's cool that I freaking get to listen to some of your shit, and then you're a mate as well, so that's a fucking bonus. Tell us about your recent travels. Like, so you've been, you've seen a bit of been going up north and back a couple of times, and some live gigs and shit. What's been going on?
So at the start of the year, I had the Great Barrier Island, bro. We didn't even talk about that one because I caught up last year with you, So Great Barrier Island was my first signed festival. That was a really real enjoyment festival. I really enjoyed over in Great Barrier. Me and wifey went over there. Got to swim in the ocean. It was just a beautiful thing. That was the start. So that was the start of New Zealand tour, and so I did a New Zealand tour, 18 dates. So in between those 18 dates, there was some presentations and some youth speaking, a couple of workshops as well.
Awesome.
Lots of it was music and that. So we went Rotorua, we went Wellington, we went Tauranga, Auckland. It was 18 dates. We went everywhere, bro. So we smashed that out, and then I got back from that, and then a couple of back end gigs started falling on, and I was like, you'll start doing those, and then did a couple of locals. They were good. And then I ended up on this tour recently, which was Complete was here from Australia.
Right, that was it.
Shout out to the bro, Complete. Jumped on two of his shows, and I could have jumped on all three shows, which would have been the Wellington, Christchurch, Auckland show, but I thought I'd make a statement, cheeky, and I handed the Christchurch shows on. And my integrity behind that, it was a bit cheeky, but to show people, like, I could have taken that. And been the, King Kiss got it again. So I gave it to my bro, so shout out to 811, shout out to Legion for putting it down for Christchurch. Nice. They did their thing, bro, and I went to Wellington and Auckland and did it. So I made a statement, and that was just to sort of show my city and my city Christchurch scene that, I'm the one that gets these opportunities, and I had a bit of pull, so I was like, I'm going to hand it off,
That's cool.
Did that, bro. It's been dope as, and
get some decent wee crowds, or
decent wee ones, intimate shows, but good. So the next one's Levin, coming up on the 27th of September with Dills and Making a Statement. Speaking of making a statement, speaking of that word, and then we've got the Making a Statement Community Day in Foxton on the 29th of September as well, and that's just the start of our tour. So I'm going back on tour with Dills and Joshy E, the Making a Statement New Zealand tour. So we're hoping we get a decent, good highlight reel video made. We can get it to the right people over in Aussie and at least get a few shows over there. But the bro's on a comeback, got an album coming, the bro Dills. Big shout out to the homie Dills. He's been riding with me since I started too. He found me, helped me get on some shows, gave me a connection. We did some collabs, and now things are just about to tap off again. we did a New Zealand tour at the start together, which was called Yes We Next, and I said to him, bro,
nice.
don't know when it is, but Yes We Next.
Yeah.
So I planted that seed, and I think it's happening. So he's coming back with a new album with Joshy E and him, so I'm going to go around New Zealand with them soon, so keep out for those shows.
Wicked.
Couple of local presentations coming up here in Christchurch, Balclutha, down south, working with the university now, working alongside the city council. Lots of stuff coming.
Canterbury University.
Hey?
Canterbury University.
Yes, I think it is, but I think from there, if these shows, which they will, they're just a little bit of a like motivational speech, and then plug the USB in and perform for them while they're eating dinner. It's just a couple of high up people doing that first, and then they're going to put me to one down in south, and then from there, hopefully, I get the contract to go all around New Zealand, which will be up north and down south, doing the different universities, telling my story, sharing. So I get a contract to do that, and it's based around mental health and music and stuff. So music heals, whānau. If you want stuff like that and you're interested in wanting to book somebody that can come in and do motivational speaking / music / workshops, I also do a full-on presentation called The Awakening from Dark to Light, full-on 2-hour show, shebang. Hit me up. It's easy. It's kingcastmovement@gmail.com or Kingcast on all platforms, Spotify and all that too. Message me on Facebook as well.
I'll have all the graphics come up, and I'll chuck the links down.
So I think like for me, it's there's a lot coming. I'm looking at wanting to start to get a bit more residency with some shit, and just more plans on my own tour next year as well. So just touring heaps, bro. Like I don't want to stay stagnant, and this is the game. You miss half the shots you don't take. And I know there's a lot of artists that are like, how does he do it? How does he just go out of town? Because if they left town, they wouldn't know anybody in that next town. How do they get a crowd? Well, I'm not going to tell you my secret remedy. But, it's just about networking and working with the right people, bro. It's all it is. There you go. That's the golden nugget right there.
And creating community.
Collaboration over competition is key. So I've got a lot of collaborations happening at the moment. Go check out all these new music videos I've just dropped on the way. We've got Run It Up coming. We've got Let's Party coming. I've just done the one in Auckland for a song called Kick-Ons. Tell me where the Kick-On's at. Big shout out to 378 Boy and his sister La. That's going to be a big buzzing track. It's got a big hype around it. It's a bros competition that I entered. I actually didn't win. I made it on a super remix, but for some reason I was in the right place at the right time in Auckland. He goes, are you still at the studio, bro? I'm like, yeah. He goes, bro, just go record your verse. So I made it on the track, shot the video. They performed with me. We performed it as well in Auckland, bro. And so, from that...
Wicked.
Oh, bro, we just... Big knuckle bumps. Remember the double banger?
Bang.
I just did the boosted campaign, and we just raised $3K, just under $3K. $2,900. So there was a few anonymous people, so I don't know if that was you, but it did. Shout out to all the names that did, sponsor me for that, and shout out to the Beer Garden, shout out to Alison Putterland. So what happened, bro? The vision come about. Someone was like, you make dope music videos, but what about getting a film crew that really focused on a storyboard? I don't want to share the story, and shoot this proper music video. So you guys would have heard, and you're probably going to hear it over top of this podcast. Old Days is my music. Old Days is the song that hit number 2 in the New Zealand charts. Well, I reached out to New Zealand on here for funding, and I didn't get it. So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go boosted. So I went boosted campaign, and my team. Thank you so much, my cast fam, and all the people that balanced it out. Which some people were able to match donor me. So a couple of companies match donored me some of the money. And we got it, bro. So we raised the money, and the music video is getting shot in October here in Christchurch.
Oh, sick.
So that's the Old Days music video coming. So that's that music video. We had the one with the kick-ons. We've got the other one with Tell You My Story coming soon with the Auckland boys. So what's that? Another 5 music videos, and I've just dropped like 5. So...
So what about?
Do I say this?
So
keep up.
You've got to, well, yeah.
I wanted to show everyone. I got the work rate. I'm not only just shooting music videos in my local town and dropping them. I'm literally traveling New Zealand, making music videos in Gisborne, making them in Auckland, doing the shows in Auckland and Gisborne. While I'm there running workshops, while I'm there I'm painting graffiti on walls and running this and that. Then I'm back. Then I'm doing shows and shows. I'm literally out working everybody, bro. And I don't want to say it like that, but anyone wants to work, let's work. I'm keen to work. If there's anyone out there that's an entrepreneur with businesses, anyone out there that wants to do collaboration with businesses like skits, I do promotional skits. So if your business needs a bit of a hype up, you want me to do a skit collaboration, get a hold of me. I'll review products. I do food reviews. Been traveling around New Zealand. We're doing food reviews, so you can't miss it, bro. jump on it, King Cass. And this is, again, not me being cocky. For once, I just want to have my confidence in the space. And
well, you should. Then. You should.
Jump on.
Yeah,
the King Cass movement, man. It's a wave. It's moving.
Go for it.
We got heats happening. Heaps more to come. And we want more. So if you're interested in working with us in any way possible, and if our brand seems like it suits you, it's the King Cass movement. We're here to create a safe space.
What's any sneak peek on the old days vid? Got any ideas for how that's going to look, or where you're going to base that across? Or anything you can leak?
Leak it. Alright, yeah, okay. Shout out to David Duckworth from South Island Media. He's running it. He's shooting it. We're actually catching up next week to do the storyboard.
Nice.
Shout out to Lila Chen and the sisters who are at the moment choreographing a full dance.
Yes,
so that's Making Moves dance crew. Shout out to you guys. So that's a full dance crew and a full photographer. Film crew. So that's like a little bit of hype there.
Primo.
Probably a lot of graffiti and a little bit of old days. So hopefully the video shows something at the start of the music video where you think, whoa, he's living in the old days. Hey, like it makes you think that I'm in the old days, in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah, I hope you nailed that.
Maybe something like, picking up an old telephone and then getting sucked into it, or who knows, could be something. So something along the lines of something getting sucked and warped into something with the dance crew. And anyway, it's going to be dope. Lots of graffiti, lots of colour. We're going to be shooting out at Alice and Putterland as well. I'll be wearing their outfit because they're hooking me up with some shoes and a top there. I'm just going to wear it for a couple of scenes. Shout out to you guys.
Primo.
Worked with the beer garden, so might go down there.
I heard you mention graffiti, and I've actually got noted down here to ask you about your artwork because you've been getting into a bit of that recently, while posting a bit about that recently, which opened my eyes to it, and then we sort of had a brief conversation about it. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so I started last year, I think it was. Yeah, last year we did the Dream Big workshop in Ashburton.
Yep.
And that was a real success.
Okay. What's the Dream Big workshop?
So the Dream Big workshop is a 3-day workshop. It can be as long as it is that I work it out, but 3-day workshop.
Yep.
And it's not just about painting a wall and doing some graffiti, but the kids pretty much learn about values.
Yep.
They learn about hoe order and well-being. They also learn how to paint a canvas in abstract art with like planets and moons. They take that home.
Wicked.
And then we do a wall. And on that wall, we either write the word Dream Big or an inspirational quote, or if the business that we're working with and collaborating with, they might want their brand. So that's what happened in Ashburton. We just wrote Dream Big. Shout out to my bro Jordan, came down and helped me. My bro All-Star Inc.
Sweet.
And so that run really, really mint. And so pretty much I don't want to give away all my, because normally I say this is how I do it and stuff, but I'm not going to be doing that anymore. But pretty much they learn they learn their values. I deliver I deliver a small presentation. They learn their values. Those values that they learn, they are withheld through the whole course. They get certificates and everything at the end of participating in the Dream Big workshop. It's not no willy-nilly thing. I've made it very professional, bro. So we piloted that in Ashburton. What a success. And then I did one here in Christchurch recently. Out at the Commons. Out at the Common Ground here in South Shore. So that was again collaborating with a business, Cracking Coffee, and we painted Cracking Coffee on the wall.
Looks like people are loving it,
And so that was a very small workshop, but smaller the better, and I really connected with the kids. They again stuck to the values, and again, I'm always checking in with them. Like when we do the workshop during the day, I'll check in and be like, all right, what's your takeaway from today, and what's something you could do better tomorrow? And they're just very interactive and listening to me. So I've got this power, bro.
Validating that they're actually listening.
This power, but I've got this leadership, bro, and they really listen to me. So, Dream Big workshops coming worldwide. No, New Zealand. Well, eventually I want to take them over because to me, it's like, I don't want to say it because it sounds cheesy, but I'm hiding all this good, nice, pretty, hoe order, mental health and learning in amongst something that looks good. Here's this big graffiti workshop. Come and paint this wall. But in behind it, they're getting knowledge. They're getting learned. It makes me I feel like crying because I've seen the kids transform in 3 days. I've heard the parents come back to me. I've had the emails. I've had the messages back in the King Cass page reaching that one kid out of the 6. That one kid. And
it needs to be the one makes you feel like you're
and the thing is, I've seen people do this, bro, and they have teams and teams of people running it. Like sometimes to put on these events, they have like maybe 8 staff members, but I'm doing this shit solo. Hey, yo, what up, my team? Hold on, I'll just get Hunter. Can I talk to I'll just get Hunter. But I run it all, bro. Can I talk to the production manager? I'll get Hunter. I'll get the program designer, Hunter. Bro, it's me, and I love it, bro, because it's making me start to validate me, and I'm empowered. And slowly I'll get a team to help me do some of that stuff. But I love being that front man, bro.
Do you feel like being this busy, keeping this, like you were just saying, you're a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And does it feel like you're focusing your creative energy? It's like a really good outlet for you. Is that really what it feels like?
If
you
I'm
know,
not
it's somewhere
doing
for your
something,
creative energy to
I'm
go.
bored, I'm bored.
Yeah.
And I get mopey.
Yeah.
I have to be doing shit.
Yeah.
Or know that something's coming up too.
Yeah.
So like this weekend, performing at a 50th birthday. So I do private bookings as well.
Wicked.
Reach out to me if you want that. And I'm just taking it. This is my career now. I want to do private bookings. I want to go do birthday parties. I want kids as parents to be like, I'll pay King Cass to come, and I'll be like, well, I'll dress up as a clown. And they don't even know, bro. And the next minute the clown's performing, and they're like, what? That's King Cass's song or something because the kid follows me, right?
Yeah.
I've got a plan. There's some mums out there, and then the kids are like, who's that? And then they click. I'm the clown. Like I want to entertain, and I want to create.
That's a cool idea.
I want to create heaps of ideas. I've got so much ideas, and the right people are coming. I'm finding investors, and I manifest it through my music. I put it in all my music. I've got so much music in the vault, bro. So much I'm working on.
So you've got EPs, albums. I think we talked about this last time. So apologies.
Done the album in 2019. Dropped a whole lot of singles. Reframed who I kind of was. That was a lot of healing. I call it trash, but I don't know why I should say that. But that's some other people's
part of the journey.
Yeah. And then from then on, I dropped that EP, Old Days, bro. And then that's where I found myself a lot more. And then from there, I did the song Yeah, Something to Say. And now it's just hit out with the On the Way and all the different tracks that I'm doing. So I do want to do another album.
Yep.
But I don't just want to rush it, Because if I do an album, fine, I'll probably tour it. So the album will have some leverage.
Yep.
Then I'll be like, here's the album. Now the album's got these 9 dates around New Zealand or 5 here and 4 in Australia. I'm talking to some people, but I don't want to rush it, Whānau. So, and I think if I was to do an album, I probably wouldn't do 20 plus songs, bro. Probably I like the number 17. I grew up in Street House number where I found Mum was 17.
I mean, I've had listened to brilliant albums over my time that are 10 and some that are 20. So depends.
I love the number 11. I love the number 7. Yeah. So just tapping. And 13's a cool number, but just whatever it will be.
Linkin Park Meteora.
But I want it to be like an album where I'm in a nightclub, bro, or I'm in music venues. It's like it can go everywhere. So it'll have like say 13 tracks, and some of it's kind of like got some real deep, meaningful tracks. Then in between's a big club banger. And then I've got some party tracks, and then I've got some drill, and then some just fill it up with gold, bro.
Wicked.
And smash it. So that'll be coming on the road soon.
Speaking of which then, bro, what your music writing process, or what inspires you? What gets you into the creative fucking buzz?
To be honest, now I've just been getting beats, bro. If I get given a beat, or I purchase a beat, or someone's custom making me a sound, or if I find something I like on YouTube, I'll send it on and get it custom made to sound similar. Once it comes, bro, I just get the chorus, and normally it's like it's just garbage, bro. And then those patterns and the they become the now I go running, I'm taking it. So they become words. So
right.
So that's that writing process. Or sometimes I can sit here right now with you without a beat and just write 16 bars that I think would go to something, and then if a beat one day popped up, that would go into that. But mainly I write to the beat. I'm yet to do some cool shit, bro. Like I haven't even tapped into the space where I've got like a live band with me in a studio and we just write and create like music retreats and stuff. It's all out there. It's coming, you know.
You don't have like a specific thing you do in terms of like sit down and crack a beer or freaking or in a particular time of day that works better for you or anything like that.
Now that you say that, I write a lot on the plane.
Yeah.
And that's not like because all the producers will be like, "Hey, do you write those on the plane?" Bro, sometimes I'm pushed for time, you know, and I'm ADHD and I procrastinate, and I know that the idea gets given to me. I write the song, but I don't write it. I'll write it like 4 bars here and 3 bars here, which is 12, right? Or 7 or 8. I've got to fill it up a bit more, so I'm just like, I'll sort that out. And then I jump on the plane, like, that's right, I'm recording that tomorrow. I know the pattern. I know what I'm up to. And sometimes I'll be like, write 4 bars on the plane, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the bros and listen to it. So then I get to the bros, put the studio on G, and like, we chill, have a coffee, have a beer, whatever. And then the music's playing, and then I can hear it, and I'm like, okay, this is different than coming up my phone. I'm feeling it. And then I'm back on there, and I'm like, where did it go? And I'm running around, I'm like, ooh. Take that syllable out, that's too much now, cutting that part of the beat, and then I start tweaking it, adding in the words. So there is no method to it, bro. It changes all the time.
Just take a flow and just go with it.
And I think that's the joyful thing of my music. It's never the same. Like I've got songs like Hit the Road, then I've got songs like Fall of Memories, I've got songs like they're just all scattered. But from now on, I'm focusing on this drill. I love drill music, but I'm doing a positive message because I know all the kids are watching it. The kids will watch me because of the drill. but I also love trap. I've got a few anthem tracks coming out, and I'm tapping into the kind of like an old school boom bappy sound too.
I totally appreciate your. Now I'm going to completely butcher this, but your lockdown Jacinda Ardern.
Yeah,
just I love that for whatever reason. That the way that you just spit that just fucking hits.
I tried to play like Jacinda Ardern, lockdown like Jacinda Ardern, but it didn't work. It was sounding real like. Because like lockdown like Jacinda Ardern is what it seems to be like. Because if I say like, I'm bouncy like a bull, that's a metaphor, right? Or reference, right? Yeah. So the reference that you use, or I'm kicking my goals like Daniel Carter, or hitting my six like Chris Ken. So that's a reference, right? Yeah. So in lockdown, it was meant to be lockdown like Jacinda Ardern, but I didn't like it, so I just went lockdown Jacinda Ardern. So it was kind of like lockdown, yes, Jacinda Ardern. So people were like, is that a political track? I'm like, nah, it's just a reference. I'm locked down like Jacinda Ardern because she was locked down too, wasn't she? So it's make people think, bro. Provoke thought. Nice. I get questioned a lot about my lyrics. That's another thing. You know who you are. People
of course, you will always get that.
No, but people in the scene, bro. People in the Christchurch rapping scene messaging my manager when I was signed, because I'm now independent again. First time I've ever announced that. But I'm an independent artist again, no longer signed. But my manager at the time, my manager at the time, she got these messages, bro, and they were like, yo, what's the song Kincash is talking about? I thought he's a mental health advocate. He's talking about this. And she was like, well, bro, I need to ask you because it's your song. And I'm just like, ha! Bro, did they listen to the rest of the lyrics? Like, did they just hear those 4 lines and not listen to the next 4 linked into those 4? Bro, just because I said that there doesn't mean, bro, listen to the whole song, because these lyrics here might make sense back here, or these lyrics back here might not make sense here, or actually what I said here might not make any sense until I drop the next song, man. I'm clever. And, so... And then they started
taking things out of context.
And then they were like, no, we're going to New Zealand recorded music, and we're going to be getting it investigated to see when I got the number 2, bro. As soon as I got the number 2, they were like, we're getting it investigated. Because they were like, how did he do it? They were all melting. Like it fucked their whole mental.
My understanding is that this is happening quite a bit to independent artists.
It's shit, bro.
In all different parts of the world.
I hate it, bro.
Where someone will get it, whether it's a viral hit or an actual real hit.
Shout out to everyone making it on the charts.
And they'll find a beat that's been purchased or something, or rather, and they'll try and go them for it, or they'll try and call them plagiarism for lyrics. Or whatever.
All you need is the people, bro. Because what happens is I work this out. Imagine this, Fano, if you've got like a pool of like, not saying gatekeepers, but people that are like looking after the scene, and they're in there. All it takes is for the people to keep saying your name, bro, and slowly they're like, oh, they can't hold on, bro, because the people are like, King Cass, and they're at the fucking doors, bro. King Cass, and the gates have to go, okay, we'll let them in. Because the people will speak. Because the people is what brings the money. And then the promoters are like, King Cass has the people now. He'll sell this much tickets at this festival. We've just made this much money. It's all a money game, bro. As soon as you can make the numbers that make them money, you're in. And that's why I've had to create my own path. As I said before, I created my own shows in Christchurch. Started running my own New Zealand tours. Doing my own shit. Then people started seeing me. I can give you this. I'll give you that. Shout out to everybody that's ever put me on. I appreciate every single one of you. Boom. And then next minute, I'm on doing support acts for Australian acts. I'm in Australia, in Brisbane and Sydney, opening up for Onyx, which are like the old schoolest 90s hip-hop groups and shit. Shit's happening for me, you know?
Wicked.
But it still can't get acknowledged. But I don't care, because you know who needs to acknowledge it? Me, bro. So when I learned that I didn't need anyone else's acknowledgement, keep sending your messages.
It's powerful.
Keep doing your investigation, because you might have just dropped my name to the industry. Thanks.
It makes it easier to remove.
So imagine that, bro, doing something that's so, and like, you know, my mum was so grateful. Like my mum, my mum nearly died twice when I was a kid. I nearly died all through my suicide attempts. Then I had all these drug addictions and all this shit. It's not a poor me story. It's just here's my story. I hope I can help someone out. But you'd think that when someone cracks to number 2, the whole scene would be like, oh, Cass did it. He got on the charts. They were all like, they just fucking hit what is it called? The Matrix just hit them. And they were just like, what is it called? Like froze mode. No one said anything except my closest bro. He's like, I told you he was going to do it. And everyone was just like, and I can say this on podcasts because I've got power now to speak, and don't really care what anyone has to say. But the fact that they tried to bring me down so much, you know, that was just the number 2, man. Wait till the number 1 comes. I'll stick around. I want those platinum and those gold.
That'll happen.
And I'm working with the right people now, and having so much fun with it. And I feel like once I hit that decade, that's where some of the dopest shit's going to come, mate. Because it's going to be
experience and
longevity. I've still got 3 years to hit that decade. and I'm already doing crazy shit, bro. Like,
yeah, well,
and I'm out working people. Like, I'm dropping music videos all the time now, and like I say, this is going to be, I think it's going to be 10 this year. Yeah. And they're all good quality.
Your energy is infectious, absolutely. You know, like in person,
hate it or love it,
yeah, and through the socials and all of that. And I think that's
50 Cent that says that, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top.
I don't know.
We're going to shine on my heart stop or something. So it's like saying you can hate it or love it, but the underdog's on top.
I'll Google it.
Because in the end, the underdog is the one that shines on top. Who's an underdog? Eminem. Who took him to the top?
Yeah.
And who does he always throw respect back to in every single fucking interview? Yeah. Just waiting for my Dre, homie.
Yeah.
Where are you, Dre?
Yeah.
Not waiting. Yeah, and then people are like, he thinks he's going to have Dr. Dre. Listen to what I says. I'm waiting for my Dr. Dre. Yeah. That right person that can just go elevate, and we can all just say, shut the I'm a hip hop artist. I've got to do it now, bro. I learned too. I can't just box myself in and be like, oh, love and light to all the rappers out there. Nah, fuck. If everyone's out there getting the biscuit, go smash it. But I'm coming. You know. So it's learning how to be like, fuck it, smash it, do your thing on your lane, bro. But I'm fucking coming. We're all competing for ears and eyes, bro. That's weird, eh?
Got to have the balancer. Absolutely.
So in the music industry, we're competing for ears and eyes. That's a good way to put it, because we want people's eyes, we want people's ears.
Yeah, attention. Yeah,
and
like
eventually, hopefully, it turns.
Eventually,
in the long run, hopefully, it turns into buying customers that put money in my account to fucking now feed my family and then keep my kids set. So my daughter can have her dream. So I can buy her company or help her vision. Or my son wants to be this, or he wants to have a clothing label. Well, let's do it. Let's start it. I want to be that dad. I want to be that, and I want to give back because I wasn't around at the start for my kids. I wasn't into that. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I wasn't the bestest father, and we all make mistakes. And if I can do it right now, or help their mukapuna, my mukapuna, so when my kids have kids, even then,
absolutely.
If not, leave a legacy for other people. And
I like the way you think.
I want people just to have the idea of creativity, bro. That's what, because people need to create. Yep. And we were born to procreate.
That's our natural state. It's the human's natural state. Is to create.
It's like when that idea, when like, not being like superstitious or creepy, but when an idea is given to us, and we go, oh my god, that's a good idea. Yeah. And then we don't use anything, but we forget about it, Do you think that gets like, that idea, it goes on,
I think it goes to someone else gets it. Yeah.
And it might come back. Yeah. Well, that's what kind of happened for me. The music kind of, the thought of it sort of came back. I could do this. So, whānau, when those ideas come, don't procrastinate. Grab the ball and just write a couple of plans down so you can solidify that this is going to be your plan, and then just start to activate it. Yeah. And again, like I said before, you miss half the shots you don't take. So take shots, take risks, but obviously we all know what actions, consequences and all that, how it all works. So what consequences come from your actions. So yeah.
Primo. I think that's probably a good note to fucking finish on. Nice inspirational note to finish on.
Yeah. Just be your unique self, whānau, and follow King Cass.
Absolutely. No, so we'll have all the links and all the shit in the descriptions on the vids because it's going to be on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll put links on Instagram and Twitter now. I'm actually getting a lot more active on X for those that want to have a look at for a real Kiwi voice. A random Kiwi voice on X. I'm starting to talk a lot more political smack on there as well, so get amongst it. Thanks, brother. It's been awesome having a chat with you once again. Bang, bang. Yes, I've got it this time. It's been absolutely awesome having you in the pad and having a yarn and hanging out once again, and I'm sure we will do it again. It's been really good getting back into the interview vibe. Look out for the channel, fam, as well. We've got the True Sons are coming up as well in the next few days. We're going to try and get that one under the belt, and we're going to keep doing more of this sort of stuff because I fucking love it. So it's good fun, especially when you got GCs like this man over here to yarn to and learn about.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Check out all the stuff and the links for what this man's up to. Follow the man on Facebook as well, and wherever else we put the links to that the other socials that you're on. Are you on your Instas as well?
Everywhere. If you even if you just Google King Cass, everything pops up.
Yeah, sweet.
It's go time, baby. We only just started 7 years. Stay tuned for the decade, and then it's on after that. Keep watching.
Alrighty. Peace, everyone. Stay safe. Stay free.